Hey guys, welcome to Mobile Tech Matters, where we talk about mobile tech that matters to you. I'm Richie Rich, and today we're going to be checking out a case for the ZTE Blade V8 Pro that's straight from ZTE, from the manufacturer, and that's the co-mold protective case. It looks really nice, and I really can't wait to check it out on the device itself. So why don't you come along with me and we'll take a look at it together.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
All right, guys, so let's check it out. Let's check out the cold mold protective case for the ZTE Blade V8 Pro. So we take it out of the packaging. Wow, feels really nice. Very solid. It's got some paperwork in here. Register a ZTE device and receive 50% off on selected ZTE accessories. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now look at this. So this is really sturdy. It's not a cheap plastic. So it's flexible, but it's firm. It's softer, you could tell. So it's really firm on this side where there's no, let's see if we get in there. There's no cutouts or anything. Now as you go to this side, there's the volume rocker and the power button. It's a little more flexible. So that's probably where you'd want to remove it from the device. Use that area, or even the bottom. The bottom's the same way. It's just a little less. Obviously, if there's any type of cutout anywhere, it's going to be a little bit less rigid. And let's see, the cutouts on the back for the dual cameras. You've got a beautiful ZTE logo back there in like a chrome silver finish. Let's bring out the V8 Pro and let's pop it in there. So it just snaps in place, really easy. And it doesn't add much bulk. It feels really comfortable. It's grippy. I mean, I've only held it for a couple seconds, but I don't see it. It's not slippery. You know, you definitely have a nice firm grip on it. I mean, when you look at something like the Spec Candy shell that I have here for this is actually for an HTC M8. I do like the ridges here. I like how it's raised for better gripping. Even the Z Max Pro for this Poetic case, it has these little ridges here. I don't know if you could see it, but that adds a little bit more grip. So I was looking forward to something like that for a really good grip, but I have to tell you, when I'm holding it, it doesn't seem slippery at all. It does have a nice grip. We'll see about that in the future, but I don't have a problem with that. There's a little bit of a lip here, so it does protrude out a little bit. So when you lay it flat, it's not going to touch your screen on a flat surface. Very nice. You know, it's really nice to see a custom fit case from a retailer. Very nice feel. Really like this case a lot. I think I'm going to keep it on there for a while. I don't even know if I'll end up getting another case because it's so, I mean, it's stylish. It's flat black, like a nice matte finish with the ZT branding right there, the logo. And I can't really see anything else I would need. If I want a kickstand, I could always add that Spigen kickstand. I did a review on it before, and I can always add it in the description in case you wanted one because it's real slim. But that's about it. I mean, this is really, really comfortable to hold, and it looks like it's going to do a really good job for me. The buttons are clicky. I don't know if you could hear that. They are clicky buttons. It's not hard to push. So yeah, I mean, this has everything. It's got a nice cutout in the top for the 3.5 millimeter jack and for the noise canceling microphone. The bottom has the cutouts for the speaker and microphone grills, as well as a USB-C. And it really is a very protective case. I mean, it isn't a really thin, ultra thin case where there's minimal protection. The rubber in between here, the thickness of it, is pretty decent without adding too much bulk. Okay, if I put a quarter in here, it basically comes up to the top of the numbers, which is equivalent to about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to put this in here. Let's see if we could focus on that. Okay, so that is actually 8/64 of an inch, which is equivalent to 1/8 of an inch. So it is pretty thick. I mean, this is a pretty thick case, but I don't want to mislead you. It's not too thick to where it's uncomfortable and too bulky. It really does add very good protection to the phone, and that's really nice to have. That it's it's not designed for the person that wants the skinniest case possible for their phone, just to protect it from a few scratches. I mean, this phone with this case on it is going to be able to take some abuse if you do happen to drop it. So basically this case, it's thin enough to not feel too overwhelming in the hand and not add too much bulk to the case. It still does feel relatively slim, and it's very functional because it also protects the device. I mean, this thing is so solid, you can drop it a few times and it's going to bounce back. It really does a good job of protecting this device. And although I'm not going to be the guy to drop test this and prove it to you, just seeing the quality of it here and how thick this rubber is, it's definitely going to do a great job of protecting it. It's not one of those cases that when you drop it right off the bat, the case is going to fly right off. I mean, this sits on here really solid and it's very snug. And that's also important. So if you do happen to drop it, you don't want the phone flying out of the case or lifting out of here, and then essentially it's going to get scuffed up or cracked or broken anyway. This is solid, it's protective, it's very stylish, and it's thin enough to where it really does feel good in the hand. So ZTE, really good job in this case. Really good job. I'm very impressed with it. I love the way it looks. It matches beautifully to the bezel there, and really good job. Well done, guys. Well done. And remember, your mobile tech matters to me.
Oh, for sure.